Imagine this: a child comes home from school. The mother is busy, the father is at work, and the child is hungry. In the kitchen, there are only two easy options: one packet or instant noodles, and frozen nuggets in the freezer. The child becomes happy. 2 minutes, noodles are ready. 5 minutes, nuggets are ready. And some ketchup, a slice of bakery cake, and maybe a cold drink. From the outside, this looks like a simple snack. But inside the body, what is this food doing to the child's health? Brain, hormones, weight, sleep, mood, and attention span. Today, we are going to talk about packaged food, instant noodles, frozen food, bakery items, biscuits, cakes, sweets, chocolates, colored drinks, and the hidden connection between these foods and children's health. And the most shocking point is this: research from around the world is now linking ultra processed foods with obesity, diabetes, heart disease, depression, anxiety, sleep problems, and even early death. You are watching Dr. Raza Health 360 MD. A major BMJ review, British Medical Journal, in 2024 looked at studies involving almost 10 million people and found that ultra processed food exposure was associated with 32 harmful health outcomes. But the real questions are: is every packaged food poison? Can instant noodle cause instant sudden death? Does sugar really make children hyperactive? And are we slowly damaging our children in the name of convenience? Today, we will discuss facts, drama, real incidents, and practical solutions. So, what is packaged food? First, let's understand one simple difference. Not every packaged food is bad. For example, plain oats, frozen vegetables, frozen fruits, plain yogurt, sealed milk, or simple packet of lentils are not automatically harmful. The real problem is ultra processed food. Ultra processed food is designed in factories in such a way that it is cheap, tasty, long lasting, addictive, and easy to eat again and again. These foods usually contain high salt, high sugar, refined flour, cheap oils, artificial flavors, preservatives, emulsifiers, coloring agents, and taste enhancer. And most importantly, they are usually low in fiber, low in vitamins, low in minerals, and low in real protein. Now, this kind of food fills the stomach, but it does not truly nourish the body. That is why a child can eat noodles and still ask for chips after 1 hour. A child can eat cake and still ask for chocolate. A child can drink a sugary drink and still want something crunchy. Why? Because this food gives calories to the stomach, but it does not give long lasting satisfaction to the brain and the body. Instant noodles, 2 minutes food, long term effects. Now let's talk about instant noodles. Why are instant noodles often discussed as a health concern? Because many instant noodles contain a high amount of sodium, which means salt. The flavor sachet often contains salt, MSG, artificial flavoring, preservatives, and sometimes coloring agents. But the problem is not only that the child is eating noodles. The bigger problem is that noodles often start replacing real meals. The child does not eat lentils. The child does not eat rice with vegetables. The child does not eat eggs. The child does not eat fruits. The child does not eat proper home cooked food. Instead, the child starts surviving on noodles, chips, bakery buns, biscuits, cold drinks, and frozen snacks. And this is where the real problem begins. Now, a high sodium diet can increase the risk of high blood pressure over time. Health organizations around the world recommend reducing excess salt, sugar, saturated fat, and trans fat because these are strongly linked with long term health problems. Now, listen to a real life incident carefully. In 2021, reports from South Africa that some children died after allegedly eating instant noodles. In Eastern Cape, three children, around 11 years, 7 years, and one baby, reportedly suffered stomach cramps and nausea after eating noodles and later died. Authorities started an investigation. Food safety officials also investigated a possible link between certain instant noodle products and the death of up to 5 children. But here, honesty is very important. It was not automatically proven that normal instant noodles directly cause death. In such cases, many things can be involved: contamination, unsafe storage, poisoning, expired products, and food handling or toxic exposure. So the message is not fear, the message is awareness. Instant noodles do not usually create a sudden emergency for most people when eaten occasionally. The real danger is when instant noodles become routine food, when noodles become breakfast, lunch, dinner, and school snack. Then the child moves away from real nutrition. And when a child grows up without real nutrition, the damage is slow, silent, and dangerous. Now, frozen food, is it convenience or trap? Let's talk about frozen food. Frozen vegetables, good. Frozen fruits, good. But frozen nuggets, sausages, patties, fries, frozen pizza, ready to fry rolls, frozen parathas, frozen kebabs, these can become a problem when they become part of daily life. Why? Because many of these foods can contain high sodium, refined carbohydrates, low quality fats, preservatives, processed meat, breading, and hidden calories. Processed meat is a serious concern. The World Health Organization's Cancer Research Agency classified processed meat as Group 1 carcinogen in 2015. This means that there is strong evidence linking processed meat with colorectal cancer. Now, this does not mean that eating one nugget will cause cancer. That would be fear mongering. But it does mean that daily processed frozen meat should not be treated as healthy protein. Parents often say, my child eats chicken nuggets, at least he is getting protein. But the real question is it really just chicken? Or is this chicken mixed with starch, breadcrumbs, salt, oil, preservatives, flavors, enhancers, and deep frying? This combination is a real problem. It increases calories, it trains the taste buds, it makes children addicted to crispy, salty, fried textures. Then the child does not like simple home cooked chicken. He wants crispy coating. He does not like lentils and rice. He wants fried foods with ketchup. He does not enjoy vegetables. He wants fries. It's just not eating. This is taste training. And this training begins in the childhood. Now, bakery items and sweets, the soft killers. Let's talk about those. Cake, donuts, biscuits, cream rolls, cupcakes, cookies, pastries, brownies. Delicious, right? Muffins, sweet buns. Are you hungry yet? Well, these foods look soft, colorful, beautiful, and harmless. I wish. But many bakery foods are made with refined flour, sugar, cheap fat, shortening, margarine, artificial cream, colors, and preservatives. The biggest problem is that bakery food does not remain an occasional snack anymore. It becomes daily breakfast, morning cake rust with tea, school lunch, cream biscuits, evening bakery pizza slice, night sweet bun. And then parents become surprised. Why is my child gaining weight? Why is my child always lazy? Why is my child not focusing on studies? Why is my child angry and irritated all the times and hyperactive? Research has shown one major concern. Ultra processed food gives high calorie but low satisfaction. In one controlled study of the National Institute of Health, adults who were given an ultra processed diet ate about 500 more calories per day compared with when they were given an unprocessed diet. This happened even when the meals were matched for calories, sugar, fat, fiber, and macronutrients. This is a huge point. Food is not just a calorie game. Food structure matters, texture matters, eating speed matters, fiber matters, protein matters, and satiety matters. Ultra processed food is eaten quickly, it is eaten in large amounts, and it is eaten again and again. That is why one biscuit becomes five biscuits. One slice of cake becomes two slices. One chocolate becomes a daily habit. One packet of chips becomes a school routine. Kids' obesity, the new emergency. Now let's talk about that. Today's children are less active than before, more mobile phones, less outdoor play, more screen time, poor sleep, less sports, more junk food. And what is the food environment? Mostly packaged, sugary, salty, crispy, colorful, and addictive. Childhood obesity is now a global crisis. Reports show that hundreds of millions of children and teenagers around the world are now living with overweight and obesity. And this is not only a problem in America or Europe anymore. It is increasing in Pakistan, India, the Middle East, and many developing countries too. But childhood obesity is not just being fat, it is future diabetes, future fatty liver, future high blood pressure, future heart disease, future low confidence, future bullying, future depression. An overweight child is not only carrying body weight, that child is also carrying school comments, social pressure, shame, low stamina, poor sleep, and emotional stress. And the tragic thing is, he is just a little chubby. But if belly fat is increasing, physical activity is low, sleep is poor, and junk food is daily, then this is not health. This is a warning sign. Please listen to this sign. Hyperactivity, attention, and mental health. Now comes the most controversial topic. Does packaged food make child hyperactive? The honest answer is not in every child, but some children can be sensitive. Research on artificial food dyes has raised concerns that synthetic food colors may contribute to the hyperactivity and neurobehavioral issues in some children. This does not mean every child will react the same way. Some children may show no visible effect, but some children may become more restless, more irritable, more impulsive, or less focused. The American Academy of Pediatrics has also raised concerns about food additives and child health, especially because children can have higher exposure compared with adults according to their body weight. Also, children's organs and brains development are still in progress. Now, let's clear one myth. Sugar or food colors do not directly create ADHD. So, ADHD is a complex neurodevelopmental condition. But poor diet, artificial dyes, the low protein breakfast, high sugar drinks, nutrient deficiency, poor sleep, and excessive screen time can make behavior and attention worse in some children. Now let's connect this to mental health. Ultra processed food have also been associated in research with depression, anxiety, poor sleep, obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. So, how can food affect mental health? Through blood sugar spikes, insulin swings like a pendulum, gut microbiome disturbance happens, nutrient deficiency happens, inflammation, poor sleep, overstimulation of the brain's reward system. When a child eats chips, noodles, sweets, cold drinks, bakery food, and chocolates every day, the brain slowly starts finding natural food boring. Apple becomes boring, lentils becomes boring, eggs, vegetables become boring, but chips are exciting. Chocolate is exciting. Noodles are exciting. Cold drinks give you a rush. This is not just a food habit. This is dopamine training. The child's brain learns real food is boring, packaged food is exciting. Once this pattern starts, it becomes very difficult to reverse. So the food industry's trick is look at the packaging. Cartoon characters, bright colors, smiling children, fortified with vitamins, real fruit flavor, but not the real fruit, guys. So, energy, fun snack, lunchbox favorite, everything on the front side is emotional. But turn the packet around, look at the ingredients list: sugar, glucose syrup, maltodextrin, palm oil, artificial flavor, preservative, stabilizer, sodium. The front side sells dreams, the back side sells the nightmare, the truth. The front side targets your child, the back side tests your responsibility, parents. And this is how the modern food environmental traps children. Cheap food is everywhere: school canteen, tuition shop, petrol pump, gas station, supermarket, online ads, cartoons, YouTube ads, social media reels. The child is not fully making an independent choice. The child is being trained. So, solution without panic is now let's talk about the solution. I'm not saying that children should never eat noodles. I'm not saying birthday cake is a crime. I'm not saying frozen food should never be used. The rule is simple: daily food should be real home food, packaged food should be occasional. Here are 7 practical rules for parents. Number one, do not make instant noodles a proper meal. Keep it as an emergency snack, not daily food. Number two, if you make noodles, use half the flavor sachet. Add vegetables, eggs, chicken, or peas to improve nutrition. Number three, do not make frozen nuggets a daily protein source. Use real chicken, eggs, lentils, beans, yogurt, and homemade food more often. Number four, stop bakery breakfast. Replace cake, rusk, biscuits, and sweet buns with eggs, roti, oats, yogurt, fruit, or homemade sandwiches. Number 5, do not keep cold drinks and packaged juices as a normal home routine. Number 6, improve the school lunchbox. Instead of only biscuits and chips, add fruits, boiled eggs, cheese, nuts if safe, yogurt, homemade sandwich, or simple roti roll. Number 7, start reading labels. Please do that always. Look for sugar, look for sodium, look for trans fat, look for palm oil, look for artificial colors, look for ingredients you cannot understand. These are red flags. And most important, do not only lecture the child, change the environment. If chips are always available at home, the child will ask for chips. If fruit is washed, cut, and ready, the child is more likely to eat fruit. Children do not change through lectures, children change through environment. In the end, ask yourself one question. If a food is so addictive that a child refuses home food, if a snack is so salty that normal lentils taste boring, if a drink is so sweet that water feels tasteless, and if a Coke is so soft and sugary that fruit feels boring, then is this really just food or is just habit engineering? We are not only giving our children calories, we are designing their future taste, their future weight, their future mood, their future focus, their future sleep, and future health. From today, do not treat packaged food as your enemy, but do not treat it as your daily friend either. Remember this simple rule. If you cannot understand the ingredients list, your child's body may also struggle to understand that food. If you are a parent, save this video. If you have children in your family, share this video and write in the comments which packaged food is used the most in your home. Nuggets, noodles, bakery items, biscuits, sweets, cold drinks. Because the first step of awareness starts from one place, your own kitchen. I hope you will find this video very interesting and knowledge providing. In the end, your child health is everything. You're watching Dr. Raza Health 360 MD. Your and your child's better health is my mission. Take care and goodbye. My name is Dr. Raza. I'm a practicing family physician in USA for the past 18 years. I'm an American board certified physician and diplomate of American Board of Family